Good morning, good morning, good morning. AM Hustle. Today, we're going to chop up entrepreneur, the loneliest word. One of the issues with being an entrepreneur is you have to get used to being alone. Now, this is the bad news. You have to be alone here and there. The good news is it's not always that way. But when you have people who are culturally prepositioned to always be around someone, to always have someone to bounce something off of, being alone could be somewhat of a mind trick, and it could cause a lot of problems because check this out. Why is solitary confinement one of the harshest prison tactics for punishment? After so many days of being alone, for most people, they literally start to go mad. Years ago, I was in Korea, Team Spirit, and the guys were coming down from the DMZ. And, with me being part of a medical unit, we had women. And, we were stationed in Hawaii, so they weren't nothing special compared to the women in Hawaii. But compared to no women, they were extremely hot. And I'll get into that and more in just a minute. Hey, this is Glendon Cameron, founder of Hustlers Kung Fu. If you like the hustle, if you want to learn how to start a business and you want to learn how to build some generational wealth, subscribe and also leave a comment on how you found the channel. One of the things, all that stuff's below, just so as to say. One of the things that is very, very interesting about humans is this propensity for being part of a tribe. It is very strong. It's in our DNA, and it's something that leads many people to not be sure about their entrepreneur pursuits, because I will tell you, there are some people who should not be entrepreneurs. It's not in the DNA. It's just not going to be working out. They just shouldn't do it. And one of the problems with being an entrepreneur is this mental game that you have to play with yourself. You have to be mentally strong, and you have to be mentally strong because you start the company, you put out the product, and you do many things. And unfortunately, there is a long period of time before results become a part of your reality. So you have to be mentally strong to keep that going on, because if you don't, then you start to lose faith and you start to lose hope. I'm going to give you some examples of what I'm talking about. Let's go to the video I did yesterday. This is a great example. I have people who are very much caught up in their feelings. I mean, this video apparently hit people in the feels because, especially to my female audience, look, you like the channel, you like the content, welcome. We got nothing but hugs. We putting you in the big bear hug. But the fact that I said that this channel was built for men caused someone to lose their ever-loving mind. The mere audacity that, this channel is built by men, it's built for men, and that is going to be the content. It's going to be for men, and we don't apologize about that here at Hustlers Kung Fu. And it's just completely lost it. And I'm just like, wait a minute. We have all kinds of programs and situations for women only, and I think that's great, and I think that's cool. I'm not going to try to crash a women's only entrepreneur movement. They got their thing going on. They're working on it. Have at it. But on the other side, when there's something for men, oh my, that must stop. And this is where the mental strength must come in. One, I know that for every person that leaves, because I said this channel's for men, 200, 300, 400 are going to come. And if I did not know that, I could literally be freaking out, because mentally, that's seriously, I deleted some comments because I'm so disappointed in you. And this is the thing about this. The philosophy of Hustlers Kung Fu, the video content of Hustlers Kung Fu, and the way that we do stuff here at Hustlers Kung Fu has not changed since 2009. There's a lot of videos. There's been a lot of different bridges of content. but the core message is the same. And it's one of self-sufficiency. It is one of getting your money together, getting your business together, doing these things to be a productive member of society, to serve many people as possible so you can make that bread. That is the message. It is steeped in ruggedness. It is steeped in some edginess. And I like women. Yeah. I like getting my dick wet. Yeah, sure do. Oh, I'm so disappointed in you, Glendon. Why? Because I go along with my biological imperative? That's just silly. That's very, very silly, because some people are trying to, the Hotep Nation, trying to put on to me that I should be part of Hotep Nation when I gives a damn about Hotep Nation. Because here it is in this book. I'm going to put it up here again. I want you to check it out. I want you to be aware. Hold on. We're going to let the app load up.
Might mean what?
This book right here. Upside and Other Books. I'm putting it up there so people will not ask me the question, what book, Lyndon? What book? The trends are coming. They're already massive evidence. So those of you who are playing, quote, the race game of, oh, we're going to be all black and we don't want any white people. And oh, we're going to be all white and we don't, both you sides of you crazy people, you're going to lose. It is going to be an inclusionary global economy. And if you're not getting with it, you're going to be ran over by it. Why do you think I'm going to London? To get with those people, to see what's going on in the UK, to feel some stuff. Because if you are going to be singular in culture, you're going to lose. And you're going to lose big, you're going to lose fast, and you're going to lose hard. And that's just the reality of it. But a lot of people don't want to feel that, which is, once again, why as an entrepreneur, you got to be mentally strong, because this is what's going to happen. Let's say you start a baking shop, right? You open up the bake shop and everyone's kind of like with you, but they're kind of like, I don't know. I don't know if you, and what they're really doing is putting their projections upon you that, hey, I can't do this. Therefore, I feel that I'm better than you. Therefore, I feel that you can't do this. So I'm going to throw shade at your efforts, at your entrepreneur exploration into yourself, because I can't do it and I'm afraid. And once you learn that, it's going to give you so much power as an entrepreneur, because one of the things that I like and one of the things that gives me joy is I started this during the recession. Hustlers Kung Fu, August 9th, 2009. I started this business during the recession. So I didn't start when it was good, when there was money flowing everywhere. So what I know how to do from a mental standpoint is stay within the game and to be strong in good times and bad. So the best time, if you want to get in the real estate market, get in the real estate market when it's at the bottom. If you want to get in the car market, get in the car market when it's at the bottom, because you will build that repository of strength that it takes to be successful that many weak people don't have. Because once again, like I said, ladies, if you dig the Hustlers Kung Fu philosophy, welcome. But it's not going to change. It's not going to alter. And it's not going to be anything nice. It's not going to be anything soft. And it's not going to be anything dumbed down or made special for you. Because this one chick who lost her mind, I'm unsubscribing hard. I was like, people unsubscribe from this channel every day. And for every person that leaves, 200, 300, 400 people come. No skin off my penis, but it's the way that she left. She was disappointed. She was hurt. Because here's the thing. I don't care how pretty you are. Unless you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that's character, that is discipline, that is heart, that is affection, and there is an intellect. These 5 things, for me, when dealing with women, come before pretty. And for a lot of women, they don't have all 5 of these. And then what I do in my ranking system, and yes, I have a ranking system. A girl can like funky coochie the other day. She is really, really pretty. Great body, almost a six pack. She's young, or she was young at the time. And she was missing four of those key things. She was intelligent, but the other four things, they were gone. They weren't there. And then with that funky coochie situation going on, it was like, you gotta go. Well, you gotta leave. You gotta leave the plantation. I'm sorry. You're booted off the island. And as a man, you need to develop that type of choosiness, that type of pick, choose, and refuse attributes in your personality, because what happens is you'll get a better class of woman. And this is something else too. Many people date people for other people. And what I mean by that is, this girl is pretty, so from the outside, right, she looks good to date. Everyone understands why you're with her. But she's nasty. She's not that smart. She has a lot of issues. So you are trading 95% of the relationship for 5% because it looks good. Her shell of beauty looks good. Whereas if you get with someone who's not as pretty, but has those five things, you could be happy as you don't know what. And that, once again, takes courage. That takes the strength of character to say, this is what's for me. This is what I'm going to do. She makes me happy. But many people are not that strong, as you know, going on by the comments. And there will be a part 2 and probably a part 3 on dating advice for entrepreneurs, because that was crazy. And I didn't really get into all of my stuff. And one of the big things with being mentally strong as an entrepreneur is you have to be. What's going to happen is the world is going to throw so much stuff at you that it's going to just be crazy. I'll give you an example. Mac Daddy Media started it this year. So let's talk about all the stuff that went wrong. Hired 12 people and had to fight. Well, let's see, one walked. Well, two, let's say two just left. Two left and fired 7. Fired 6. No, because there's 5 left. So 5 out of 12. 5 out of 12 people. And the thing is, as people were freaking out, because there's this preposition that if you hire someone, it should be good. And if you don't hire someone, then you don't know what you're doing. That's not true. You can control you, but you can't control the actions of other people. And one of the things is, when you hire people, you're hiring in the blind. You know, resumes lie. People lie. So you could double down on that assumption that your ego, which is your ego, that says, hey, I made this hire, we're going to figure it out, when you should just cut. But because of your ego, this person could be in your company a year or more because you refuse to accept the fact that you made a bad hire. I was like, okay, that was bad. Next. Oh, that one was bad. Next. That one was bad. Next. Oh, this is good. Great. And go so on and so forth. But one of the things that happens to entrepreneurs is this blind spot and deficiency situation. You can be a great salesperson, right? You can be a great organizer. You can be a great thought leader. You can be all of this stuff. But your blind spots and deficiencies are going to get you. And that's the thing that you got to work on. And a lot of people don't want to work on that. Because what's going to happen with this thing of entrepreneurship? When chaos happens, when the markets get rough, you're going to see the real entrepreneurs and you're going to see the pretenders fail. And you're going to see the pretenders go to the wayside. And you're going to see the pretenders just lose, because when times are good, it's easy for anyone to be successful. But when times are bad, it takes something special. It takes that rough ruggedness. It takes the ability to put together a cohesive plan. It takes energy. It takes enthusiasm. It takes bravery. It takes courage to keep going when everybody's saying, stop. Don't go any further. You need to slow down, Glendon. You're doing too much, Glendon. I ain't doing enough. That's how I feel. It's like, as much as I've done, I'm not doing enough. I am running scared. I wake up every day scared because I'm scared that I'm not going to get it. And that is one of the driving forces for me. I'm scared that this course will not work out. I'm scared that the show will not work out. And I'm scared that the channel would not work out. So what do? Action, 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 action. Because let me tell you, with the Vid Summit and getting people for the show, I could have talked to 10 people, right? And more than likely they could show up. But what I did, every day I made a commitment. I'm going to talk to 5 or 10 people. I'm going to get them on the show. I'm going to get them on the show. So I ended up with like 50, close to 60. So I have enough potential people to go to April. But what if half of them bail? What if some of them see something? What if one of the ladies sees that video on my channel and like, I can't do a show. Okay. So I got a mix of dudes. So essentially what I did was bulletproof my show to the point that if people see my content and don't like me, which could be the case, I don't think it will though, that I have so much reserve, because this kind of goes back to the law of action. And the law of action supersedes the law of traction, because if you think it, then you write it down, and then you do it, you give yourself so much power. But so many people are just thinkers and they're not really doers, and you got to be a doer. So I'm going to jump into the comments real quick. Let's see what's going on. Whoa, we got a lot of comments here. What's up, Donovan Green? Charles McDonald, what's going on? D. Coleman, what's up? Jay Fleming, Kendall Vision, Mama needs her wine. Spacey Donkey, morning. David, what's going on? Ajima, good morning. What's up, Lamode? Jen, what's up? Yes, this is real life. Uplifted Productions, good morning. What's up, Angel Morales? Roz, be well, good morning. What's up, Rana? Angel, psychologically, we all want to belong to something. That's very true. Andrew Kelly, it also makes you evaluate your life and what talents you have when you have lockdown. True. Good morning, Short Change. You need a hug, David. What's up, Diana? What's up, MJ Electronics? What's up, Chris Monroe? Tiger Shark Studios. Rana, you ain't leaving? What's up, yes, sir? Made for Men. Let's see. Tectonic, this channel is for testosterone people, which are usually men. Yep. Harris JD, thank goodness you're addressing that. What do you mean, Harrison JD? I'm coming in to dive. And Mr. Knowledge 417, you can't make money selling to one race, especially the black race. I keep telling people that because you can make money, but why do you want to sell to 44 million people when you can sell to 330 million people? That makes no sense to me. Oh, your human sex is normal and no one should be upset. I agree. What's up, Tone Lee? Yes, Lamode, everyone needs to be open-minded. Yep. Good morning, Donnie K. What's up, Tyrone? Jay Fleming, she needs good credit. I did say funky coochie. Yes, it is, CJ. Personal standards. Mo Grizzly. Oh, they're coming. I'm still sending out emails, but I'm going to get down to that. Tiger Shark Studio, self-respect wins every time. I dated a fashion model, was AAA quality. The relationship was an absolute disaster. She even stalked me after I kicked her to the curb. What? Dang. Let's see. Hold on, it jumped. Roger Steele, every man should read The Way of the Superior Man and give it to their sons when they become 18, in my honest opinion. Wow, that's a lot of hiring and firing. Yeah, Valencia's still around. CJ Lee. Good morning, Tanya. Hit the button, guys. Thanks. Let's see. Liberty. How do you come forward with telling someone a business without them then taking it? And I don't understand that. Your question's a little crazy. Liberty Life, do it again. Great info as always. Playing catch up this week with the videos. Haha. Good morning, Malik. What's up, charlatan? Archangel 3579. Good morning. Thank you, Lamode. Leonardo, good morning. Richard, Pochi, you've been around. What's up, Rugged Callers? GVA Canada. Roger Steele, what's up? You kicked off a firestorm in the comics. Hustlers don't apologize for being 100% on their values. True. What's up, Marquise? Let's see. Rana, you not leave. I'm the big brother you never had. That's cool. Archangel, hey, if I can't make it here, how can I survive in the world? True. Caddy Williams, welcome. Thank you. Uplifted production. Yeah, it was kind of rough. Luther said, but you said when you change the content of the channel, subs will get upset and leave. So you expected that? I didn't change the content of the channel, Louis. All right, once again, this has been going on since 2009, 2010, 2011, 2000. I have not changed the content of the channel. So I don't know what you're talking about. Cool, Quentin. All right, let's see. Let's go ahead and get rid of David. Don't worry about that, Tanya. He's a troll. All right, so let's talk about changing of the content, which I didn't do. I put out so many videos that people can't keep up with it. And I got to really think about that too, because there's a benefit from putting out a lot of videos, but people kind of like Louis get this wrong thing. I have not changed anything. I've not changed nothing. I have been talking about being a firm and disciplined, hard charging man and developing yourself for years. So that's nothing new. There's really nothing new. Now, one of the things that happens is I get on these tangents where I'll start doing a certain type of content, and then people will forget, because if you go through the videos, you will see that I've talked about this before. I've talked about this several times. So, and I don't really think people are leaving. I think more people are going to come. Good morning, K-Boy Diffs. I think a lot more people are going to come because the freshness of the content. Because here's the thing. Remember when I was writing that relationship book and I was saying, hey, do I want to be the relationship book guy? And I was like, no, I didn't want to be the relationship guy. So after investing all of that time, I just cut it and moved on to the storage auction book, and the rest is history. But one of the things about Hustlers Kung Fu, because that's the brand name, that's what we're going to go, is you got to get in your manhood. Somewhat of this is a throwback, because let me tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to tell you in a minute. Let's see. GVM Canada. So there's startup capital for every GVM Canada. So there's startup capital for every entrepreneur, including black people, in your opinion, Glendon? All right. I'm going to answer that question this way. There's startup capital that's cash, and then there's startup capital that's intellectual capital. I started Mac Daddy Media purely with intellectual capital, no money, and it's probably going to track to do close to $1 million this year. Now, you got to really understand what you're doing, because when people say startup capital, people say get business credit, If you do not know what you're doing, you're going to lose that money. Just facts. So it is best to use intellectual capital to start a business, get it running, get it making money before you start borrowing money or you need to borrow money. That's very important. Good morning. Working out and listening to the live stream. Been catching up on all the videos. Content is consistent. Yes, it is. 31 GRF. What's up, Nick? And for the folks in the chat room, check out Nick Nimen's channel. He was at Vid Summit. He lives in Thailand, and he's going to be one of my entrepreneur profiles because he's got a lot of stuff going on. Lots of stuff. I know that and agree, but when you put out 20 straight videos about hustling and get new sub, because of those new subs will be shocked. That's why I'm going to do probably next week another dating and advice for entrepreneurs part 2, because I didn't really get into a lot of stuff because like the comment situation, it was crazy. So I got a little derailed. So what I'm going to do is put that out next week. Tanya, Glendon, my 11-year-old wants your book on YouTube. She already does videos in the importance of helping her since she's younger. Just keep cranking out the content. Just keep cranking. You got 10, 11, 12, 13-year-olds making $100,000 a month here on YouTube. Just keep cranking out the content and keep learning. Tone Lee, you got to get in your manhood because once again, there is social engineering, right? And then there is evolution. So we got millions of years of evolution and literally 80 years of social engineering. Which do you think is going to supersede? Because one of the things that I found out from my personal exploration and my journey as a dude out here doing what dudes do is that the evolutionary paradigm is still in effect, which is if you are a man and you understand your place in the ecosystem and you are reasonably good looking, you're in reasonable shape, and you know how to make money, you're going to win all day long. You're going to win. You're going to have women chasing you because once again, now, if you are a guy who knows how to make money, but you're not in your manhood, you just know how to make money, don't know how to change a car tire, you're kind of scrawny, your chick actually squats more than you're not going to win. It is a full circle thing because 1, you got to get in the mind of your manhood. 2, you got to be about action. 3, you got to get some results. You got to get some results. And it's hard because one of the reasons that I don't fret about losing my girl is every day I try to make myself better, which in turn has forced her to raise her game. So that's the thing. So that's one of the big things that you've got to be really aware of, because when you're not in your manhood, and I'm going to talk more about this, you have no base. You just out here doing stuff. But Nick and I talked about this because dating American women can be a challenge if you are not in your manhood. And even if you are in your manhood, it can be a challenge because they're not in their womanhood. And it is going back to evolution. Things have not changed. Social engineering will have you think that everything has changed, but you can come up with this old school paradigm as a dude and win big. I mean, seriously, because I'll give you an example, and we're going to go back in time. Remember Evander Holyfield and when he was married? He married a doctor. Evander Holyfield, I don't think he even graduated high school. I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that. I don't know. I'm thinking, but I know his educational level was nothing compared to hers. She quit her practice and got pregnant. Now, why did this happen? Because there was so much money in the situation, she could pick and choose. And this is the thing. There's this book called The Illusions of Entrepreneurship. And it breaks down why women start businesses, why minorities start businesses. It's very interesting. And hold on, let me see if I can find it, because I know I'll have people who will be like, let me check that out. What you talking about, Glendon? So I'm gonna find it for you. Hold on. The illusions, because hold on. You know how with Google, you put in something and it jumps. The illusions of entrepreneurship. Okay. Hold on. I'm going to have to go to Amazon. Let's see. Richie Poe, Glenn, I'm curious if there was anyone discussing the merits of Amazon Video at Vid Summit. I started to crank it out as there is opposed to YouTube. Amazon's a different game plan. I don't really know, because there was some sessions I did not go to, so I can't say for sure. I know there was a special on becoming influencers for Amazon. I know that went down, and that was pretty big. Hold on. I gotta find this book for y'all. I mean, it's just, it is so real. Here it is. Okay. So I'm put that up there in the camera, because I mean, you know, it's weird. I'll get people who will be on me all day about this. It's like, hey, there we go. Could you do this? The illusions of entrepreneurship, the costly myths that entrepreneurs, investors, and policymakers live by. The book is deep. It will literally blow your mind. So get that if you want to check that out. I agree with that. When I first started and wasn't bringing in money, when I just argued with my wife, she would always say, leave if you don't like it. And now I ask if you're not leaving me right. I mean, look, it gets real in that situation. If you're the man and you're not bringing home the money, you're going to feel weird. She's going to feel even weirder. There is a certain kind of woman who maybe 20% who is 100% fine with you staying home with the kids, and she's going out and making money, and she's not going to lose respect for you. But the other 80%, yo, it's 80%. It's 4 out of 5 that will not respect you, that will be feeling kind of moody, it will be all disruption up in your house. What's up, Danky Souls? No, I don't have a book list. What's up, Dank Souls? Sage Lemon, you always put us on good books. Just finished calling the book Upside. Made me look at future demographics. Thanks, man. Oh, this is why the Hotep Nation ain't gonna win. Because, you know, let's talk about the media. There's the topical narrative, right? And then at the bottom is reality. And this is why you're seeing all of these ads with interracial couples. Because you're hearing the thing, it's like, well, there ain't that many people dating outside their group, right? And if you're 50 and you look at all your 50-year-olds, you'll just see a few. But if you're 40, you'll see a little bit more. If you're 30, you'll see way more. If you're 20, it's like whatever. I mean, I think if you're like 20 and below, it's probably 30 to 40%. Thanks. No, I'm not going to do that. Liberty Life. How do you tell someone about a business without them walking off with the plan and starting it up without you? For example, if you met an investor, they're going to know not, well, this is my, okay, I see what you're saying. Ideals are cheap. Execution is very expensive. If they can't execute, it doesn't matter if they have your ideal. Tell them, you know, and also if you're going to start a business, go ahead and try to get some bread. Try to do as much as you can without bringing on investors. Totally. I really don't know. I've never been to VidCon. Yep. So let's see, where are we with this? All right, so I'm getting ready to bail. Let's just do a few little housekeeping rules. Number one, Hustle Camp is going up to $2,000 tonight. So if you want to be part of the experience, you need to jump in. I'm going to add live events to it. So as I said, as I add value, I'm going to raise the price. So just be checking that out, and be sure to subscribe. Be sure to go under the video and look at what we have to offer. And if you want a free book, just give me your number, email Patty, and she'll send you a link to that book. All right. Thank you, peeps. It's been real. Have a great day. I am out.